Go.
So I'm going to start with observation. So I'm just going to take a visual look at her back and look and see if there's any red spots or moles or scars or anything that are going to affect the nerve scope. Then I guess I'm going to do instrumentation. So I'm going to use the nervoscope. I'm going to turn it on and push this button. Set it to medium, which it is. And then these are kind of already in and ready for her cervicals. So you can start down here and just come up. And I'm just looking to see if that needle moves and if there's a hot spot. And if there is, I do it 3 times and then mark on the trailing edge of the nervoscope. So it would be the underside of that. And then same thing for the rest of the spine. Come down. And again, I would just do it 3 times, looking for if that needle moves. And then I would mark on the trailing edge of that one.
Show the trailing edge again.
Well, if I would come down, so it would be on the bottom of that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so that's it for instrumentation. And then for thoracic spine, I'm just going to use 3 fingers and come in between her spinuses. I'm going to cross your arms before my chest. And I'm just going to have her flex forward, come back up. Just looking for flexion restriction. So the spinous on top isn't moving relative to the bottom one, so that would make that posterior. And then I'm going to check for rotation. So I can do that. That would check for rotation and then lateral flexion. So I had flexion restriction, so that's a P. And then if I had like a right rotation, that would be an R. My spinous is to the right. And then the lateral flexion, whichever side the wedge is open. So if we had the right was the lateral flexion problem, then it would be a PRS.
Okay.
Okay, so for the twist, for the SI, I'm going to come down to her PSIs, and then I'm going to stick my fingers here, and on the opposite side, I'm going to reach around here, pull her to a little bit of extension and rotation, and I'm just looking to see if that joint moves, and then if whichever joint there's not motion, that's the side that we're going to be looking at. So let's say it's her left, that's our not moving. So the knee lift, if you could stand up for me. And like this. So I'm going to again contact PSIs. I'm going to come up, and then I'm just going to have her lift the same side. Okay, this one's on PSIs, this one's on sacrum. Then do the knee lift. And then this PSI should come back, and if it doesn't, that makes it an AS. And then if she does the other knee lift, her sacrum should come inferior, and if that doesn't, then that makes the right a PI.
Okay.
And then glute width is just checking this, and if it's, I guess it would be this side. I guess if it's narrow, this is checking for E or EX or IN. If it's narrow, I think it's an EX, and if it's wide, it's an IN.
Okay.
And I think that's good.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay.